Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fortuna, and every week I post videos all about hair care and fighting male and female pattern baldness. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, please do stick around, give us the big thumbs up, thanks so much! In today's video, I'm investigating the link between COVID and hair loss. Some COVID-19 survivors are noticing surprising symptoms months after contracting the virus, and one of these symptoms is hair loss. And if you're dealing with hair loss, whether it's COVID related or not, then I'm going to be sharing some top tips on how to regrow your hair. So let's get into it. Also, don't forget to pick up your free ebook, Everything You Need to Know About Blocking DHT, from itreallyworksvitamins.com. The book includes a recipe for a homemade scalp exfoliant and the best foods and drinks that help to block DHT and regrow your hair. The link is in the description below. In a small November 2020 study, scientists researched the prolonged and late onset symptoms of COVID-19. In this study, 24.1% of participants reported hair loss. The average time from COVID-19 symptom onset to noticeable hair loss was 58.6 days. Hair then grew back in 5 of the 14 participants. So how could COVID-19 cause hair loss? Hair loss that's seen following COVID-19 is identical to telogen effluvium. Just like the participants in the study, people with telogen effluvium start to notice hair loss after 2 to 3 months of a triggering event. This can often be a very stressful event, such as a job loss or a death. Hair typically falls out in large clumps. Often you might notice it when you're brushing your hair, lots of hair is shedding, or when you're washing your hair. The hair loss usually affects less than 50% of the scalp, and this increased shedding can continue for 6 to 9 months. After this period, most people notice that their hair starts to regrow. So how can telogen effluvium be linked with COVID-19? One of the main triggers for telogen effluvium is stress. And as we all know, COVID-19 has been incredibly stressful. Certainly, experiencing an illness like COVID-19 can cause a huge amount of emotional and physical stress. A recent study has also highlighted that telogen effluvium could come about when people become extremely stressed purely from quarantining and being in the lockdown scenario. Moreover, people who have become ill with COVID-19 experience fever as one of the symptoms. Often, one of the triggers for telogen effluvium is an acute illness with fever. So let's talk about the hair growth cycle and how telogen effluvium actually interferes with our hair growth cycle, causing havoc and causing hair to shed. Let's get into it. Each of the hair follicles on your head exists in a completely different phase of hair growth. There are 4 phases of hair growth: anagen, catagen, telogen, and exogen. The developing phase of hair where growth begins lasts for 2 to 7 years. This is the anagen phase. This is followed by a 2-week phase that occurs when the hair follicle begins to fall away, known as catagen. Followed this is a resting phase known as telogen. And the final phase, exogen, is where the follicle sheds and the new hair begins to grow. So with telogen effluvium, this type of hair loss happens in the resting phase. Growing hair follicles are affected and they simply get weakened. This eventually leads to hair loss. This usually affects the hair on the scalp, and you easily know when you have telogen effluvium because your head is patchy, especially towards the center. This means that you can still have hair on other parts of your head other than the center. In more serious circumstances, you may witness hair loss from other parts of the body as well. Telogen effluvium is considered the second most common type of hair loss, and it's not particular to either gender. The fantastic news is that if you're experiencing this now, hair does grow back after you've experienced telogen effluvium. It doesn't have a long-term effect on the hair follicles. It's possible that hair loss may be associated with severe COVID-19. However, the extent to which this is the case and the biology behind it really does need a lot more research at the moment. I'm going to put a link into the description because there have been a couple of recent studies, obviously recent, specifically looking into symptoms of late onset COVID. including hair loss. In a July 2020 study comparing balding patterns in 336 men hospitalized for COVID-19 and 1,600 men hospitalized without COVID-19, it found that men with the most pronounced patterns of baldness were more likely to test positive for COVID-19. A November 2020 population study surveyed 43,565 people on topics like the amount of hair loss and underlying health conditions and COVID-19 status or outcome. It was found that hair loss was independently associated with severe COVID-19. So let's discuss how can you regrow your hair after Telogen Effluvium. On this channel, it is just full of handy health and lifestyle tips of how to regrow your hair. It Really Works vitamins are also here for you. This is a brand that I set up myself way back in 2015. We have now been featured in Forbes as the best nutrition innovation 2018 and 19. We've recently been voted the best hair regrowth product for men by shortlist magazine readers. Check us out at itreallyworksvitamins.com. We are suitable for both men and women, but we're not suitable for women if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. I just love to make that clear, abundantly clear. And we offer free global shipping. So let's discuss some of the other fantastic ways to regrow your hair. There are also lots of fantastic essential oils that can help to regrow your hair, and they have been studied in lots of depth. I'm going to put a link in here where you can check out some of my DHT blocking oils, normal healthy hair growth. I'm going to put a link into here where you can check out a recent video I've done all about the ingredients in certain shampoos that help to boost hair growth. You might find it very useful. Another way to boost your nutritional intake is to eat all of the best foods, drinks and snacks that encourage normal, healthy hair growth. I'm going to put a link in here where you can check out my video, but just as a little bit of a summary, some of the best ways to boost your nutritional intake and encourage healthy hair growth is pack your diet with eggs, which are high in biotin, Swiss chard, and foods that are rich in iron, for example, Swiss chard, dark leafy greens, and liver. Also, pack your diet with lots of protein. Your hair is actually made of a protein called keratin, and by eating lots of protein and packing your diet with protein, it helps to encourage and strengthen your hair and encourage healthy hair growth. Pack your diet with so eat lots of natural forms of protein, for example, chicken, pork, and tofu. Let's discuss scalp massage. So first up is the checkmark method. Now with scalp massage, you can perform it with wet or dry hair as long as your hair is clean and free from any products. And also remember, if your hair is wet, please do remember to comb it through with your fingers. So to massage using the checkmark method, spread your fingers, then place your fingertips on the scalp. Avoid using your fingernails as this could scratch the scalp. Keeping fingertips on the scalp at all times, extend and contract the fingers 2 to 3 times, similar to the shape of a check mark. You can also massage in simple circular motions across the entire scalp. I'm doing about 1 circle per second, and it's a good idea to concentrate on areas that you think may be thinning or have unhealthy hair. Next up is the hot towel method. Run a small towel under hot water and place it on the scalp. Massage with your fingertips, especially on the hairline. Remember to move your fingertips around the scalp, covering all areas. But also do remember to concentrate on areas that are becoming unhealthy or thinning, especially the hairline. Another method to try is palm massage. So place your palms against the side of your head and gently massaging them up and down. Gently and slowly to the count of 10. Then move over to the back of the head, massaging up and down. And it's important to remember to apply gentle but firm pressure. Another effective way to help to stimulate hair growth is the tapping method of massage. So we'll start off at the temples. Place your fingertips here and start tapping gently, but in a relatively fast rhythm, again to the count of 10. Then we move to the back of the head, tapping to the count of 10. Then on the crown to the count of 10, and to the top of the head to the count of 10. And to the forehead again, to the count of 10. Last up, warm up your hands and bring them together for around 10 seconds. Then interlacing your fingers, place them across the back of your head and rub across your scalp. up and down for 10 seconds. Repeat on the crown for 10 seconds, then move to the top of your head for 10 seconds, then again on your forehead. You'll really start to notice the benefits of scalp massage within around 1 month of performing the scalp massage once or twice per day. Massage helps to boost circulation, encouraging blood flow to the scalp, which is bringing all the lovely nutrients and minerals and vitamins from your food and supplements straight to your scalp. A healthy, nourished scalp is the best environment for healthy hair growth. Guys, if hair loss is something that's happening to you, I've written an entire ebook, just the best ebook in the whole world. I feel like that's a big claim to make, but it really is. If you're dealing with hair loss and you've got lots of hair shedding and you're finding it on your clothes and everything, it's just so annoying. I've created an ebook all about how to fight DHT. In the book, I talk about my DIY homemade scrubs where you can exfoliate your scrub, get rid of all the sebum, dirt, dead skin cells, and help your scalp to be the best possible environment for normal healthy hair growth, and DIY oils that you can mix at home and encourage normal healthy hair growth. The link is in the description if you'd like to get our ebook. Guys, I hope you have found this video useful. If you've been experiencing hair loss from COVID, please do comment below. Let us know what you're doing. What are you finding useful in fighting your own hair loss? In lots of my videos, I find that the comment section of my videos are filled with lots of people giving their own tips and telling us what's worked for them. I'm gonna love you and leave you. Stay well, stay safe. See you very soon on the next It Really Works Vitamins episode. Take care of yourself, bye!